So, you're using Google Ads, right? Well, I've got some news for you. There's a very good chance your budget is leaking money, and you probably don't even realize it. You see, the platform is incredibly powerful, but its default settings, they aren't really set up for your success. They're set up for Google's. Today, we're going to pull back the curtain on the hidden settings that are draining your wallet, and more importantly, show you exactly how to plug those leaks.
And this quote from the Aimey blog, man, it just hits the nail on the head. You know that simple, step-by-step setup wizard Google walks you through? It feels so helpful, so intuitive. But really, it's guiding you down a path that is fantastic for Google's bottom line, but, well, it can be a total disaster for yours.
And right there, that's the heart of the issue. You have to understand that when Google says default, it doesn't mean this is the best way to do things. It means this is the way that makes Google the most money. Their goal is to get your ads seen by as many people as possible because they charge per click. Your goal is to get seen by the right people. And those two goals, they are often not the same.
All right, so let's get into it. We're going to expose the 5 biggest budget traps baked right into the system. And I'm not kidding, if you just leave these on their default settings, they can silently burn through half of your ad budget right from day one. Let's start with a big one.
First up, the display network. When you're setting up a search campaign, the ads that show up when people Google something, the platform does this sneaky little thing. It automatically checks a box to also show your ads on the display network. And suddenly, your very specific, targeted ad is showing up on millions of random blogs, websites, and even mobile games, places you never, ever intended.
I mean, this quote just says it all, doesn't it? Think about the person who's frantically typing "emergency plumber near me" into Google. That is a hot lead. They need you right now. Now think about the person who accidentally taps your ad banner while trying to match candies in a game. Not so much. But guess what? You pay the exact same amount for both clicks. The fix is so simple. Always uncheck display network for your search campaigns.
All right, trap number 2. This one's a little more subtle, but oh boy, is it just as expensive. It's all about the location settings. By default, Google targets people who are in your location or people who are interested in your location. Now that interested in part sounds harmless, right? Wrong. It's a budget killer.
Just think about it for a second. Let's say you're a plumber in London. You only want to reach people who are physically in London. But with that default setting, your ad could be shown to someone sitting in Russia who is just daydreaming about a future trip to London. They click your ad out of curiosity, you pay for it, and poof, there is absolutely zero chance they will ever become a customer. The solution is to dig into the settings and change it to presence, people in or regularly in your targeted locations. Okay, this next one is tricky because it actually sounds like a good thing, and that's what makes it so dangerous. It's called auto-apply recommendations. It basically lets Google's AI make changes to your account automatically. We're talking adding keywords, changing your bids, even rewriting your ads, all without you ever signing off on it.
And that's the terrifying part, isn't it? You're literally handing Google the keys to your account, a blank check. The AI might decide to add a bunch of broad, super expensive keywords that aren't even relevant to your business, and it'll just burn through your entire budget while you're asleep. You should always review recommendations yourself. Never let the system run on autopilot.
Okay, so this chart here sums up our last 2 big traps. First, you've got search partners. These are other search engines and sites that use Google's results, but honestly, the traffic quality can be pretty terrible. To be safe, stick to Google search only. Second, and this is a big one, is your bidding strategy. Google defaults to max conversions. The problem is, if your account is new and has no data, the AI is just guessing with your money. You need to start with max clicks to gather some data first, and then you can switch to a smarter conversion-focused strategy.
So, okay, now you know about these traps and how to fix them. But let's be real for a minute. The Google Ads interface is a giant, complicated maze of menus and hidden settings. Who really has the time to go through and audit all of this, especially when you're busy, actually running your business?
And that is exactly where something like Aimey comes into the picture. Think of it as an AI co-pilot that's built from the ground up to protect you from all this complexity. It's designed to automatically avoid these default traps and manage your campaigns with one goal, and one goal only, getting you the best possible return on your investment. I love this slide because it just lays it all out, plain and simple. On the left, you have the old way. It's time-intensive, it's high-risk, and frankly, it leads to what we call UI fatigue, just staring at dashboards until your eyes glaze over. And on the right, you have the new way. It's goal-driven, it's guided, and it's effortless.
So you're probably wondering, okay, that sounds great, but how does it actually work? Well, get this. Aimey can build a complete professional-level campaign just from your website URL in about 2 minutes. Let me show you how that's even possible.
It really breaks down into 3 simple but super powerful steps. First, it scans your website to really understand what your business is all about. Then, it uses that knowledge to structure a perfect campaign strategy. And finally, it kicks off a continuous optimization cycle that runs 24/7, so you don't have to. And it all starts with this one simple action. You just paste in your website's URL. That's it. From there, Aimey's AI reads your content, it understands your services, and it generates a whole media plan. We're talking keywords, ad groups, the actual ad copy, the whole shebang. This process alone eliminates hours and hours of tedious manual work.
But honestly, this is where the real magic happens. Once your campaign is live, Aimey never stops working. It runs this constant 9-step optimization loop. It's tweaking keywords, it's testing new ads, it's shifting your budget from things that aren't working to the things that are, all day, every day. It's like having a senior marketing expert working on your account around the clock, who never even needs a coffee break.
So a smart process is great and all, but I know what you're really thinking. What about the results? What's the bottom line? Let's take a look at the actual impact this has.
And this is the number that should make you sit up and pay attention. On average, users see a 35% increase in their return on ad spend. By cutting out all that waste and constantly optimizing for what actually works, Aimey makes every single dollar you spend work that much harder for your business.
And it's not just about the money you make, it's about the time you get back. We're talking an 80% reduction in manual tasks. That is time you can now spend focusing on your customers, on your product, on actually growing your business instead of fighting with a complicated advertising platform.
What I personally love about this is how clear and simple it is. Aimey's dashboard cuts through all the confusing marketing jargon and focuses on the only thing that actually matters. It shows you your investment, your results, and your ROI. It directly answers that one crucial question every business owner has. Am I making money from this? This quote from a user just sums it all up perfectly. It's about combining the strategic, common-sense thinking of a human expert with the lightning-fast speed and power of an API. And that combination is what gives you a serious competitive edge.
So I want to leave you with this one question to think about. After everything we've seen today, you really have to ask yourself, is your ad budget truly working to grow your business, or is it just working to grow the platform's revenue? Taking back control starts with knowing where these traps are hidden.